This life is rigged, right? How y'all feeling out there? Had a long slavery day at work, being a lumberjack. Um, Look at that dog getting cooked. Hey man, this is very important. The Ww3 is scripted, man. I mean, I know, and we know, right? I just don't understand how obviously they're showing that it's scripted. And people are not being alarmed about it. It's like, the zombies I talk about, right? Okay, check game. Did y'all see the videos? It's all on TikTok and YouTube about hundreds of Venezuela men crossing the border, right? So I'm like, all right, let me do an update on who supports Venezuela. Venezuela is nothing but Russia. It's nothing but Russia. Just another close country that's right next to theirs that can be theirs, but it's not. It used to be theirs. It got separated many years ago. So basically, they are Russians. In 2019, Trump, of all people, put sanctions on Venezuela, cut off their trade power. It has something to do with trading and shit. So they was like suffering a little bit more economically on the world stage because they have got the sanctions put on them, right? Like, this is Trump. Now, you see how Trump going through all his legal problems, right? But Trump is the one that put the sanctions on Venezuela because Venezuela is Russia, basically, if you really want to know. And they was doing things and shit like that. So Trump was really like taking care of our best interests, even if we didn't know it at the time. Now Trump is getting in his legal troubles. Biden is in office. Biden is the enemy. He get him out of office, please. I knew y'all. I knew this shit was gonna happen when Biden rigged the elections. But Biden is in office, and all of a sudden, they're letting Venezuelans come over here like by the hundreds. I can show the videos and do all that shit, but for me to kick what I have to kick, I can't paint a very like visual picture to you. It'd be undeniable. So I have to just talk it, right? You can go look at all that shit after the live, right? Well, basically a recording because they don't even be giving my alerts out when I go live. They delete my subscribers. They have a AI machine that does it for them. They have an AI machine. That's all they have to do is point the AI, tag your account to the AI, and the AI will be over your motherfucking account, deleting your fucking subscribers as you're gaining subscribers. So it'll look like you don't go nowhere. They unsubscribe people for for you. And all types of shit, right? After I said that in a video or somebody said it in the comment, they released it a little bit. Just a little bit, right? It's just like I'm gonna have a lawsuit on with these guys because I can prove it, and I have proof that they're discriminating against me. But anyway, um, we let Venezuelan men cross the border. I mean, they had like bags, knapsacks, like sleeping bags, like backpacks. I'm like, so why is they coming over here? And why y'all accepting them, right? They coming over here, right? Like it was planned, right? And they are being taken care of by our tax dollars at that. They get to have hotel rooms, luxury hotel rooms. They get a food card that they can somehow they get their food and daily expenses and allowances. Now these are the men of Venezuela. Now I'm just being nice. They are criminals from Venezuela. These are the undesirables. These are the ones that was in jail. Okay? So why would men, only men, being allowed to cross our borders and being taken care of in these luxury hotels by the U.S. and the U.S. people have to pay, the taxpayer has to pay for this? Why not children and women? Think about that. Why not children and women? Just all men, right? Well, the World War III is scripted. They're allowing these men to come over here, and it's only men, and you have to be dumb to not pick this up. Like, why they just allowing the men to come over and get treated and get the royal treatment? Because these are the people that represent Russia. Why would we let basically Russia come over here and get hotel rooms in a time that we're in World War III, the beginning stages of it? Why would you let basically your enemy, a, a place where Trump had put sanctions on, you let them come over here, just the men, right? So that tell you they let the criminals come over here for a reason. All men. That's a sale, what they call sales. You let all these people come over here, all these men, criminals, come over here to set it off. World War III. They already shooting and at people and killing people already. Okay? They all over the United States. Somebody was getting DoorDash close by, and the guy didn't know where it was at. It was a Venezuelan. He's doing DoorDash using a what you call that app? Translator app. He was like, "Whatever." I said, huh? He in his phone and showed it to me. Where room is 208 or some shit? And I took his phone. I was like, 208 is in the back. Blah, 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 blah. I gave it back his phone. And he looked at it, was like, thank you, and went around there and gave the food. Now they are getting jobs. They are getting jobs also. How in the world you can work a job using a translator app? I have no clue. I mean, I like it, like you would just give somebody a great opportunity like that, but why? Because y'all don't do this. You have immigrants shooting up national parks and living in hotel rooms. So many that came over here from different sections from over there of the different countries. Now Venezuelans just brought their men over here. Now it's other countries that's fleeing from over there, and now I do see some kids, women, and men in that. But really, I haven't seen no men in those clubs. I seen some women and children. But Venezuelans are, I mean, the men, the criminals, they let them out. They gave them a script, gave them directions, and sent them over here to us. And they're gonna wait for the instructions at what time to do whatever they want. Then they're gonna get on the news and say, yes, this is a terrorist attack, or this is this and that, but not blinking to the fact that y'all let them over here. Then you turn around and play dumb, act like you didn't let them over here, and act like they just over here, and then act like they just doing terrorist and doing bad shit. I mean, this is how a government treat their zombies. Y'all are zombies. You going to work. I mean, I work too, but I see how I'm kicking it, right? Like y'all go to work, live your life, and y'all just be so blind to the fact of what's going on. I told y'all motherfuckers, y'all at an amusement park. It's a rigged fucking place. It's rigged. You got cuckoo crazy motherfuckers in the comments on other videos talking about give your life to Jesus because this is God's plan. No, motherfucker, this shit is scripted. You don't even know a script. It's script. So how you gonna say a good guy or this and that is punishing this or this and that? I don't even see how you can see that's a good guy. Good guy, how a good guy do that shit? Why everybody gotta suffer because of a couple of people? That logic don't make no sense. Y'all gonna see the immigrants over here, the criminals they let out. Y'all don't see none of that shit, right? Y'all don't see none of that. People are asleep, man. And the women is more sleeper than anything. They just run around here like they got all the time in the world to bullshit. They don't have no man. They have no family structure. They have no survival structure. You got to have survival structure. How you have survival structure when you've been living like life as a bad bitch, going club hopping every fucking weekend. 3 kids at home, they don't know nothing. You don't know nothing. You don't have a man, and you don't have no fucking sense either of what's going on. So they have many videos of these immigrants living, sleeping in the police stations. They're in the police stations. Now, come on, bro. If they are in the police stations, laying on the floor, I'm talking about every fucking spot taken. You can't even walk on the floor because there's a body on every fucking square inch of the floor. There's that many people that came over here. Why are they housing and letting that happen? That is a national security. Now, these people, these demons, of course they demons. If they can just lock you up for no fucking reason and lie and have people lie, like they lied on Rashad Jamal, you know, lock you up for 20 years type shit. You know they the police department temporary housing immigrants, and they're sleeping in the lobby. They're housing the terrorists. Then turn around later, they create the problem. They let the immigrants over here. Then they try to come with a solution. You let them over here. You let them motherfuckers walk right on up in here. Y'all paying for their hotels. Y'all letting them sleep on the police stations floors, disrupting our service. That's in case if we need the police. How they gonna get to us? How they gonna get through walking over all those people? So you stopping services for us to help somebody else that's going to terrorize us. How do that make sense? How do that make sense? How do that make sense to let all these immigrants over here? This is Democrats, Biden at his finest. You just letting these motherfuckers come over here for no reason. Don't give a fuck about the United States citizens at all. We're struggling, families struggling, and you sitting up here accepting all these immigrants to come take our jobs and to terrorize us in some plot twist Ww3? Now, in past videos, I have said that when the shit hit the fan, it's going to be, when we go off grid, there's different levels of going off grid, but full blast going off grid is when Ww3 jump off. And I said this. I said, when Ww3 jump off, we're going to have to deal with, of course, survival of the fittest. We will have to deal with maintaining our food and getting food after we run low. So we got to worry about food. We got to worry about being in the dark. We have to worry about, I told you, ain't gonna be no electricity. So that means the zoo doors will be open. You will have to deal with lions, tigers, and bears because the zoo gates will be open. They just gonna run free, and you gonna look up and see a motherfucking lion or some type of animal that used to be in a zoo, but there's no electricity. Now this is going to be time released. The animals is not going to be out there. They're going to take a while before the animals get out there. It's going to get out there if we go off grid, blackout. If it's an imp attack, Ww3 attack, I guarantee you by the third week, if we go 4 months like this, on the third week, animals will be out loose, running around. You're going to have to deal with that because there's going to be no power to keep the gate. They will just push the gate open. And they out here. So we're going to have to deal with criminals of our own in our own hoods and in our own city. We got to deal with vigilantes of our own. It'd be like The Walking Dead. Vigilantes of our own. Animals from, dealing with animals from the zoo. These are dangerous animals. And all the animals you can think of, tigers, ligers, bears, even elephants. Motherfucker, you might see an elephant walk down the street if we off grid for so long. And the third thing I said is we're going to have to deal with immigrants. And when I said immigrants, I meant the criminals, the criminal immigrants, because the United States just let them all in. So it's going to be straight chaotic on the streets. And they creating this chaotic situation for us. Okay? While shit is happening out there, you got people already here set up because they opened the borders and let them come over here to set up against us. So the United States is traitors. Our government is traitors. I didn't know that, but I'm speaking on the sense that they're really traitors. They letting the terrorists come in, they act surprised when they do a terrorist attack type shit. Like somebody was shooting at a national park. It come to find out it was the motherfucking Venezuelan criminal motherfuckers. Okay, they stick out like a sore thumb because they don't have this energy. You gotta soak in for a couple of years to. But you can see them and they don't fit in the frame at all. You see them, they gonna stick out like a sore thumb because they don't know no English. And they have this energy to be like picked up on because you at a place where you don't recognize. So you radiate a certain type of energy. You get that shit get picked up on like, oh, you ain't from here. I can look at you. But anyway, you're gonna have to deal with a lot of situations. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to be chaotic. Animals, our own crazy people. Then you got the immigrants. And they all getting taken care of on our tax dollar. Um, and I don't understand why it's not any more press about this. They're keeping it under wraps. If it wasn't for TikTok, we wouldn't even fucking know because the national news ain't showing none of that shit, right? None of that shit. You know? People who capture these videos, they go to the national um, news or they go to their local news to try to sell the video. They might sell it, but they might not show it. Or they buy it from you just so it won't be shown. But you made copies of it, so you made a copy of it and send it around. Somehow it got on TikTok. The actual video of these motherfuckers marching in crossing our border. It wasn't for TikTok, we wouldn't even be fucking no, we wouldn't even know. They ain't gonna tell you nothing. So United States government is trading on us. They letting these immigrants over here, it's the Democrats, the Bidens, they all fucking batshit crazy. I want to know who's playing him because we all know that's not Biden. You can see somebody's wearing the mask. He looking different. Y'all need to stop fucking playing, man. But anyway, this is Life is Rigged. I had to just speak on that right quick. And just in the comments, man, tell me why did they let nothing but all men, of Venezuelan men, come over here? What do you think that is for? Do you think that I'm on point with that or not? Or what else is it? Because ain't nothing else it can be. Only men coming over here, that means war. Like they coming to do man things. Ain't no kids or women coming with them. That means they coming to do man things. Like being a terrorist or whatever. But we have to pay. That's what I'm saying. Welcome to the slave planet. You have to pay, the taxpayer. You have to pay for your own terror. You have to pay for your own terror. Ain't that a bitch? That's how much. Just listen to how that sound. And then you can imagine that, damn, we are in the zombie apocalypse. These are the majority are zombies. Clearly, right? All right, man. Y'all have a good one. This Life is Rigged. Support the channel. Peace. I'm out.